9 people entered the Prince of Zhenbei's residence. But not a single one ever walked out alive. Yet, somehow, a mute servant made the ruthless Jun Xuanxiao slowly lose control. From that moment on, every glance and every act of kindness gradually turned into an unsettling obsession. As for Shen Yu, he had only one choice left: survive at any cost, but he had no idea. His real nightmare was only just beginning. Under the northern moon, the name Jun Xuanxiao had become a legend feared throughout the realm. People said the Prince of Zhenbei was a towering warrior who had never known defeat. Wherever his spear appeared, enemies either fell in battle or surrendered without resistance. Countless bones were left on the battlefield, earning Jun Xuanxiao the nickname of a living king of hell. Yet what frightened people even more than his victories were the stories surrounding his residence. Rumor claimed that after his principal spouse and 9 concubines, not a single one had met a peaceful fate. That very night, a newlywed sat quietly inside a room decorated for the wedding. Beneath the crimson bridal veil was Shen Yu, a mute servant hiding the greatest secret of his life. If Jun Xuanxiao discovered that Shen Yu was actually a man, this wedding night could also become his last. But this tragedy had truly begun several days earlier. A lavish betrothal gift from the prince's residence threw the entire Shen family into panic. Prefect Shen dared not refuse the imperial arrangement, and the officials quickly set the wedding date. The eldest daughter burst into tears, knowing that entering the prince's residence could mean certain death. Even Prefect Shen was powerless, for no one dared challenge the prince, whose influence reached across the court. At their darkest moment, a cruel plan was proposed: to find someone else to take her place. The chosen sacrifice was Shen Yu, the mute servant whose beauty surpassed that of many women. To save his mother's life, Shen Yu had no choice but to assume a false identity and marry in the eldest daughter's place. From the moment the bridal sedan entered the Prince of Zhenbei's residence, Shen Yu's fate changed forever. And beyond the doors of the bridal chamber, Jun Xuanxiao was already walking toward the person no one could have expected. The doors slowly opened as Jun Xuanxiao finally appeared before Shen Yu. He gently lifted the red bridal veil, revealing Shen Yu's face beneath the candlelight. Shen Yu slowly opened his eyes and froze. The Prince of Zhenbei looked nothing like the terrifying rumors. Jun Xuanxiao simply smiled, seeming quite pleased with the person who had just entered his household. He gently lifted Shen Yu's chin, asking him to meet his gaze. Seeing how nervous Shen Yu was, Jun Xuanxiao let out an amused laugh. He praised Shen Yu as the greatest beauty in the great Jing kingdom, leaving him even more flustered. Then Jun Xuanxiao walked toward the table where the ceremonial wedding wine had been prepared. He offered a cup to Shen Yu, but Shen Yu hesitated to accept it. Only after meeting the prince's eyes did Shen Yu finally take the cup with trembling hands. He closed his eyes and sipped the wine slowly, trying to hide the fear in his heart. Jun Xuanxiao unexpectedly took the cup from Shen Yu's hand. Right before him, he finished the remaining wine in one confident motion. The distance between them quickly disappeared, leaving Shen Yu completely flustered. The Prince of Zhenbei drew Shen Yu into his arms, while he stood frozen in surprise. Inside the wedding chamber, Shen Yu could hear nothing but the pounding of his own heart. As dawn slowly filtered through the window, their wedding night quietly came to an end. But outside the chamber, a summons from the princess consort was already waiting. And the true turmoil within the prince's residence was only just beginning. A knock at the door echoed through the early morning, signaling that the wedding night had truly come to an end. Shen Yu slowly opened his eyes, finding only an empty bed and a silent room. A servant gently reminded him that it was time to pay his respects to the princess consort. Before leaving, the steward Song Qing brought him a bowl of medicine, saying it was a rule within the prince's residence. Shen Yu quietly accepted the medicine, feeling an uneasy weight settle in his heart. Song Qing calmly explained that everyone favored by the prince was required to take this medicine. Those words instantly pulled Shen Yu back to reality. In his eyes, he was nothing more than a mute servant forced to marry in someone else's place, with no right to expect anything. But the first storm within the inner residence had yet to begin. On the way to Liqing courtyard, Song Qing quietly reminded Shen Yu to remain patient before the princess consort. The moment Shen Yu stepped into the courtyard, he sensed the heavy atmosphere. The princess consort, Dai Ru, sat calmly above everyone, her cold gaze fixed on the newcomer. Shen Yu and Song Qing bowed respectfully according to protocol. Dai Ru deliberately mocked them for arriving so late. Song Qing calmly explained that Jun Xuanxiao had allowed Shen Yu extra time to rest. That single sentence immediately changed Dai Ru's expression. She walked closer, determined to see the person the prince had kept by his side overnight. The moment she saw Shen Yu's face clearly, she froze in surprise. But her shock quickly turned into jealousy. Dai Ru grabbed Shen Yu's chin and repeatedly questioned him about the previous night. Shen Yu could only shake his head, unable to answer. Without warning, the first slap landed across his face. A second slap followed, knocking Shen Yu onto the stone floor. Dai Ru coldly demanded to know why he only responded with gestures. Only then did everyone realize that Shen Yu could not speak. The entire hall fell silent for a few brief moments. Then mocking laughter echoed throughout the courtyard. Shen Yu kept his head lowered, enduring the humiliation as though he had long grown used to it. Losing all interest, Dai Ru ordered him to continue kneeling in the courtyard. Shen Yu silently knelt beneath the blazing sun, hoping only that his mother remained safe. Time passed painfully slowly, from morning until late afternoon. Shen Yu's body gradually gave out, yet no one dared step forward to help him. Just then, a loud announcement rang through the courtyard. The prince has arrived. The moment Jun Xuanxiao entered, he immediately noticed Shen Yu still kneeling. Dairu quickly stepped forward, explaining that she was merely teaching the newcomer the rules, but Jun Xuanxiao responded with only one cold question. Why has my person been punished like this? Dairu continued defending herself, claiming that Shen Yu had been disrespectful and was relying on the prince's favor. Jun Xuanxiao listened to everything without interrupting. Then he asked another question that silenced the entire courtyard. Is there anything else? Dairu immediately accused Shen Yu of being mute, insisting that the Shen family had deceived the prince's residence. But Jun Xuanxiao's reply left everyone speechless. He calmly said that he had known the truth from the very beginning. Dairu could hardly believe it, unable to understand why he had still chosen to keep Shen Yu by his side. Jun Xuanxiao then coldly warned her not to interfere in his affairs. He walked straight toward Shen Yu and reached out his hand. Trembling, Shen Yu still did not dare raise his head. Jun Xuanxiao personally helped Shen Yu to his feet, before gently pulling him into his embrace. In front of everyone in the inner residence, he declared that Shen Yu belonged under his protection, and no one was allowed to lay a hand on him. Dairu could only swallow her resentment and bow in reluctant obedience. As Jun Xuanxiao led Shen Yu away, Dairu's eyes were already filled with murderous intent. From that very moment, the true turmoil within the prince's residence had officially begun. After the turmoil in the inner residence, Shen Yu woke up in the quiet room of the prince's estate. The first thing he heard was Song Qing asking how he was feeling. Shen Yu quickly signed his gratitude, but Song Qing simply smiled and said that he was not the one who had saved him. It was Jun Xuanxiao who had personally treated his injuries and cared for him throughout the night. For the first time in many years, Shen Yu felt a small spark of genuine warmth, but Song Qing quickly extinguished that hope. In the prince's eyes, he explained, it was simply because he did not like anyone damaging something that belonged to him. Shen Yu fell silent and forced himself to abandon the feelings he should never have entertained. That night, Jun Xuanxiao quietly entered the room once again. He sat beside the bed, silently watching Shen Yu sleep. His fingertips gently brushed through Shen Yu's soft hair, and for a rare moment, the coldness in his eyes softened. Yet even Jun Xuanxiao failed to realize that his concern had crossed the line long ago. As the nights passed, the distance between them grew smaller and smaller. Jun Xuanxiao began taking Shen Yu on quiet walks through the bamboo forest behind the estate. Beneath the green bamboo, Shen Yu's eyes gradually lost some of their fear. Jun Xuanxiao held him in his arms, while his fascination with Shen Yu continued to grow stronger. Not long afterward, the prince's residence hosted the annual year-end banquet for court officials. During the feast, the officials repeatedly teased Jun Xuanxiao about his newly married beauty. He calmly replied that Shen Yu was still recovering and resting, but the teasing showed no sign of stopping. At last, Jun Xuanxiao laughed and instructed Song Qing to bring Shen Yu to the banquet hall. While sitting alone, Shen Yu received the summons. Looking at the elegant robes and jewelry prepared for him, he could not hide his surprise. Song Qing told him he could refuse if he truly did not wish to go. Even so, Shen Yu chose to attend. It was a decision that would leave the entire hall in astonishment. The moment Shen Yu entered, every eye turned toward him. His graceful beauty left the grand hall silent for a brief moment. Praise soon filled the room, as everyone admired Jun Xuanxiao for marrying such an extraordinary beauty. Watching the scene unfold, Dairu's eyes filled with jealousy. She deliberately asked Shen Yu to perform something for the guests. Jun Xuanxiao calmly asked whether he knew how. If not, he could simply step back. Shen Yu bowed respectfully before quietly walking to the center of the hall. His long sword slowly slid from its scabbard. The elegant landing sword dance began, accompanied by the gentle chime of jade ornaments. Every movement of the blade was both powerful and graceful, leaving the entire hall breathless. Even the officials could not stop praising the performance, saying it looked as though an immortal had descended to the mortal world. But while everyone else admired the dance, Jun Xuanxiao's expression gradually turned cold. He disliked seeing so many people looking at Shen Yu with that kind of admiration. As soon as the dance ended, Shen Yu looked at him anxiously, hoping for a word of praise. Instead, he was met only with Jun Xuanxiao's icy voice, marking the beginning of yet another unexpected storm. After the banquet, Shen Yu quietly knelt in the grand hall to receive his punishment. The sound of Jun Xuanxiao's footsteps slowly came to a stop right in front of him. With a cold gaze, the prince demanded to know why Shen Yu had performed before so many people. A suffocating silence filled the room. Jun Xuanxiao lifted Shen Yu's chin, forcing him to meet his eyes. He asked only one question, yet it carried unmistakable jealousy. Why was your first dance performed for someone else? Shen Yu desperately tried to explain, but he could not speak. His silence only made Jun Xuanxiao's anger grow stronger. The prince's hand tightened around Shen Yu's neck until he could barely breathe. In that moment, Shen Yu realized the prince was not angry about the dance, He was driven by possessiveness. Overcome with despair, Shen Yu believed his life was about to end. Jun Xuanxiao threw him forcefully onto the floor, but his anger had not yet subsided. He pulled Shen Yu back to his feet and tightly bound his wrists with silk ribbons. Moments later, Shen Yu was left suspended in the middle of the room. The silk dug into his wrists until they bled, yet he silently endured the pain. Standing before him, Jun Xuanxiao quietly watched every tear that fell. Then the sword at his waist was slowly drawn. Its cold blade stopped just inches from Shen Yu. At the moment, he thought death was certain. Memories of his mother suddenly came rushing back. He remembered her telling him to keep living, no matter what happened. Holding back his tears, Shen Yu forced himself to smile. That fragile smile made Jun Xuanxiao pause for just a moment. Even so, the sword still sliced across Shen Yu's arm. Blood ran down his sleeve and dripped onto the floor. Jun Xuanxiao wiped away the blood with his hand and let out a faint, unreadable smile. Then he pulled Shen Yu into his arms and coldly declared, "From this day forward, Shen Yu's life belongs only to the Prince of Zhenbei." That night passed with nothing but the soft sound of blood dripping in the dark room. When Song Qing finally entered the next morning, Shen Yu was still hanging from the beam. He quickly untied him and brought medicine for his wounds. But Shen Yu silently turned his face away. Left with no choice, Song Qing set the medicine down and revealed a secret. The people before Shen Yu had never lost their lives because the prince mistreated them. Shen Yu was treated differently because Jun Xuanxiao cared far more about him than anyone realized. Sadly, Shen Yu was already too exhausted and had fallen asleep before hearing the rest. The following morning, countless bolts of silk and precious treasures were delivered to Shaohua courtyard. Every single gift had been personally prepared by Jun Xuanxiao. For the first time, Shen Yu began to wonder if his own heart was starting to waver. But elsewhere inside the prince's residence, another storm was already taking shape. Dairu realized that Jun Xuanxiao had not visited Liqing courtyard for nearly a month. Consumed by jealousy, she vented her anger on innocent servants. Her attendants immediately blamed everything on Shen Yu. Dairu understood that confronting Jun Xuanxiao directly was impossible. So instead, she decided to strike from the shadows. And once again, her only target was Shen Yu. Do you think Jun Xuanxiao is truly starting to fall for Shen Yu? Or is this only the beginning of an even deeper obsession? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next chapter.